Welcome to D22. We're your co-hosts, Seth and Kyle. Now sit back and relax, because we've got you for the next 22.
Something different
Wow.
is happening.
Something new.
This is exciting.
It's cozy, too.
It's
cozy
really.
little-
I was a little cold at first, but now I'm really not.
You're in a warm man sandwich.
Wow.
Yeah, that's true. This is Jamison Lyman.
Whoa.
Boom.
I'm
What's
pretty
up?
sure most of you know his genius.
If you don't, I'm sorry.
No, they do, because the song that they were graced with when pressing play on these podcasts.
The brain inside of this man.
It's a homeschooled brain.
Hey,
Well, we're doing school wrong.
sure.
Not all wrong.
Mom, can you
Can you what?
teach me how to school?
Are you gonna homeschool Audie?
I think I'll...
No.
She needs friends.
Did you have siblings that were,
Homeschooled?
well, how far apart are your siblings?
I have two older sisters.
How much older?
2 years and 2 months, and then 5 years.
Okay.
Where are you in the family?
The youngest.
Wow.
Yeah, two older sisters.
Okay.
Well, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
So you are going through similar-ish homeschooling.
for sure.
Because that would be nuts as a parent. Like, kids that are just all across the freaking homeschool spectrum. That'd be intense.
How does that work with like friends? Were you just friends with people like down the street,
That's why it's so weird. Just kidding.
or like because like
Well, I was at church a lot.
Okay.
So I had a lot of friends from church,
makes sense?
and then I did go to a high school part time to be able to play football.
I don't know.
So
You don't have the body build for a football player.
Skinny,
way too skinny.
just bones,
Yeah, too short.
way
know.
too short. Just a hobbit.
Just
A little hobbit.
hobbit boy. Nothing wrong with that.
No.
So, you're our first guest. But, guest is a weird thing because you're, part of District 22
I am
Studios.
part of this. I am part of
Yeah.
District 22, but I am a guest to this podcast.
You are. And we have you here because
Yeah.
the 48-hour film festival is coming up. It rapidly approaches, as it
Really?
were.
As we're recording this, it's only 2 weeks away?
No. 4.
4 weeks away?
It's 4 weeks away from when we're recording this.
But
When you see it.
It's probably
Okay.
two. Probably
Yeah.
two.
And we just thought it would be good to have Jameson come on. We could talk a little bit about what the 48 was like.
For
Yeah.
our first 48.
Yeah, our first 48, because we've done it twice.
We have.
And spoiler alert, we won the first time.
We did. Can we show them?
I don't think so. Just kidding. Do it for sure.
It's on DVD now. You can pick it up at your local nowhere.
Yeah, it's true.
Unless you donated to the Kickstart.
And then hopefully all of you have your rewards by the time this goes out.
Because that's, wow.
Wow.
That's a whole other
That
podcast.
is...
Wait, who's this though?
That's Eric. He was Goldfish. We'll have him on sometime, I'm sure.
We'll show you.
But really, so the 48-hour film festival, for those of you who don't know and who haven't heard us spiel about it before, the kickoff happens and all the teams are there and you draw what genres you're going to do.
Yep.
And you draw a character, or not, you don't draw. Everyone is given the same character, line of dialogue, and prop.
You draw the genre.
Yeah. And you get 2 genres and you can choose one or use both. And the ones that we got for the first year that we did it was drama or
Fish out of
out of
water.
water.
or fish out of water or
musical.
music film.
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I mean, I'm sure you've all heard the story, but we just kind of had a joke that if it was fish out of water, it would be a dude in a fish costume just flopping around on the ground.
Give us a joke the whole time, up even until the end.
Yeah. No.
It was pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Jamison, I met you how long?
Before that,
Yeah.
did we know each other?
Yeah.
It was, man.
Because the 48 was in June. 6 months?
6 months.
Because we worked at Apple together. We worked at Apple together.
And then we got on we started talking about things we like to do, and you mentioned that you like to do film and you're into that. And I had always been so intrigued by the possibility of doing something like that, but I loved, obviously, making music is my first passion. And so I was like, hey, well, if you ever need anybody to do music, like, we should connect.
And I think you gave me the name of your, it wasn't your sisters that you were in a, trio with?
It was.
It was your sisters. Yeah. Okay, yeah. Because I think you showed me some of those videos, and I heard some of that music, and I was like, "Holy crap!" Yeah, 100%. So the 48 was coming up, and we enlisted your help.
It was me, you, and Kenny in the first one. I had not met Jamison until
after.
Yeah, the awards.
After the 48.
When we had won.
Literally, it was I was like, I've got this coworker. He's awesome. His music's legit. He's going to score the film. And we're writing. We decide on the story of Goldfish.
Yeah.
And we told Jamison what the story was.
Yeah.
In a matter of hours, he had a song for us.
Yeah. Which we played in the second episode? The second podcast episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We talked about Paris.
And guess what? We could even put some in right now.
Oh my gosh.
In post.
In post.
But you can listen to the whole freaking Goldfish album.
Yeah.
It's on Bandcamp.
It's on Bandcamp.
So legit. Isn't it on Apple Music too?
It is on Apple
Yeah,
Music.
I was gonna say. I was listening to your new album that just came out.
Yep.
Tell us about it.
Oh,
please.
It's
Yes,
time.
please.
It's time.
Moving.
Let's do it.
Oh man, so yeah, so you can go listen to everything I've done so far for as most of what I've done for District 22. And so everything's on iTunes and Bandcamp and Spotify under J Lyman, and then easier to find everything if you say J Lyman plus Goldfish. Or I have a new 5-song album out called Stories, very heavily influenced by C.S. Lewis in just his life. And so
Very good.
all that's really a lot of mostly instrumental type of music. And so that's really about it.
It's awesome.
So,
And the second that we got the music from Jamison for Goldfish, it was just holy crap.
I was in tears.
It was
on the
just
verge
freaking
of tears.
It was just perfection.
It was good.
And just took that film to the next level.
Yeah.
And his music just continues to do that. Just nonstop. Every film that we have, it's this is pretty good. And then we slap that music on it, and it's just
This is really good.
we make a good team.
we do make a good
We
team.
make a good team.
That's
valid.
what's up. Because you've done that. You've done Ritual. You did Harada.
Ooh.
You did Core, which we'll
Core.
talk about next week,
Yeah.
which was our second film that we did.
For the 48 hours.
For the 48, yeah. You scored autocorrect,
Autocorrect.
our Harry Potter fan film, which hopefully will be out.
Oh,
Talked about that in another episode too.
wow.
Number 2. I think it was.
And yeah.
And then we have a little series called Bros on our YouTube.
Oh yeah.
We did the theme for that.
That was a fun theme.
Yeah,
was
dude, the
just
theme's
so fun.
sweet. Maybe
Love
we'll
that.
put it right here.
This chap's a confirmed pillow puncher.
This is my favorite part.
Remember that?
Magic.
But what from the 48? Because you weren't with us at all. You
No,
were
so the cool thing about
all three of us really.
Yeah. The cool thing about the first 48 is the only person I met from what we now know as District 22 is Kyle. And then I met everybody else at the screening of Goldfish with all the other films that premiered that weekend. And so, that's how we all met. And so, literally, I would get a phone call from Kyle, and he'd be like, "Okay, we need this type of vibe for this particular type of the movie," and I would get sometimes a time like, "Hey, we need this clip to be a minute and a half." Make something, and it really did work out.
There was so many times where he'd send it and it just like would work with the edit,
with the
like,
cue.
We barely have to change the edit to make it fit.
Yeah,
and it was just insane. And the even more insane part, like the truly like sentimental, like awesome, is when we got to go to Paris because of it and because of you guys. Mostly everyone that's watching this or listening to this, most likely helped donate to our Kickstarter, and we are extremely grateful for that.
Yeah.
But we were in the Shakespeare Company bookstore that is like across the river from Notre Dame.
Yep.
super old.
Super old.
Yeah.
And there's just this old piano on the second floor, and Jamison just sits down at it, and there's like a sign in there that says no
recording,
no
videos.
recording. And so
we sadly only recorded for maybe 15
He started.
Yeah.
He started playing, and I covertly pulled out my phone. I was like, "What's on my phone?
Oh my
Probably
gosh.
a text message record."
But being able to play some of I would say the main theme song of the beginning of Goldfish there in Paris was a pretty sweet moment.
It was moving.
crazy,
Yeah.
like absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's pretty legit. It was, and the 48 it's a weird relationship. It's like an abusive relationship. Because at the during it, what part is when do you hit your first wall? It's the first morning for me.
The morning after. Yeah.
Because
full night.
Friday night, we solidify our idea. We write the script with Goldfish. We frickin' sewed the whole costume together.
Yeah, I made the costume that night.
And then slept for
I didn't sleep. I don't remember sleeping. I don't think I slept.
I think it was Core. Yeah, Core was the one that we came back.
We
and
allowed
took a little
ourselves
bit.
to sleep.
But yeah, Goldfish. Man, that was crazy.
I think you got like an hour when we got to the theater for Goldfish, and that was it.
I think it was 20 minutes.
Yeah,
because it was just while we were setting up the lights and the camera.
It was short. But
Yeah, it was insane. And that's where, because at the theater, it was you, me, Adam, Austin was there because he let us in, and Eric, right?
Yep.
And that was it.
Yep. And you're like, I need
I was
20
like,
minutes.
I need to lay down in the back.
So we set up and got everything ready for him, and
Yeah. That was crazy.
that was intense.
2 years ago.
Ugh.
It's weird to think.
Ugh.
It's so weird to think. Because we were in Paris last year.
Yeah, we were.
It was so recent.
Yeah.
It's weird to think Goldfish was 2 years ago.
Yeah. But it's cool that we have this kind of cornerstone.
Yeah.
For sure.
I'm sure it's annoying for a lot of people to hear us talk about it all the time.
Goldfish.
But it was such a big
Goldfish.
deal for us.
Yeah.
The first really successful collaboration that just the story, it just had so much heart. The whole, every aspect of it
It's
just
extremely heartfelt.
had so much heart.
We challenged ourselves too, big time challenged ourselves, pushed ourselves beyond the limits that we considered ourselves capable of.
Yeah.
Because we were like, this is either going to really, really like hit home or it's just going to fall flat hardcore.
Yeah, for sure.
And luckily it didn't.
It did not.
And that was Eric's performance. He was amazing. He did a really good job.
He knocked it.
Kurt did an amazing job playing the dad.
father, yeah.
Even though it was just like,
A few years
yeah,
difference
just
in
a few
age.
years of age difference.
They
he
pulled
did
it
great.
off. They-
Austin did a great job as the salesman.
Amelia as the mom.
Amelia as the mom.
She did good.
My goodness.
She did dang good.
there's a there's a joke amongst all of our films. Amelia's done a lot of stuff with us. And like, I don't know what it is, but like every single script that we write or that I write, like she ends up dying.
The character she
Her
plays,
character dies. And
To the point where it's like she gets a script or a call and she's like, so how do I die in this one?
how am I gonna die?
Am I going to drown again?
Oh,
Spoiler alert.
so good. Yeah.
If you have... Oh, too late.
I just touched the tripod like twice. Like
That's okay.
subconsciously. Everyone's gonna think it was like a Bill Nye moment where it like nods and agrees.
So what about the time frame, like the last hour or so?
Oh gosh.
Remember that?
So Friday is writing, Saturday is shooting.
Yeah.
And like even the last hours of the shoot, we were out in Harriman and we had to get back to Bountiful before sundown.
So we get the right shots.
And it was like 7:50.
Yeah.
And we were like, we booked it back,
Googling what time sunset actually was.
got set up, and just, barely missed or barely made it.
Oh my
crazy.
gosh.
And it was like just that beautiful golden hour of the sunset and just, oof.
Yeah.
But then after that comes the like editing. So all day Sunday up until like 7:30 at night or whatever. So we slept. We slept.
We did. We allowed
We
ourselves
slept a
to
little
sleep.
bit.
That's right.
And then we met up at Kenny's house in Ogden. Because, it's a great idea when your show is due in Salt Lake.
That's right.
To
Salt
edit
Lake.
in Ogden.
In Ogden.
Yeah.
And for those who might not know the area, how many miles is that away from each other?
About an hour drive.
Jeez. It's like a
If you're
without traffic and you're driving the speed limit, I'd say like 45-minute drive.
45 minutes. Okay.
But that's rare.
And we had to drop it off at 7:30, and we were in Kenny's house past 7, waiting for this thing
To
to
render.
render.
Not only that, we didn't have all the paperwork filled out.
Yes, so we were like, Seth, you have to go get... And no one prints things anymore.
No.
Yeah, it's
Everything
all
is
digital.
electronic, but they require printed materials
With signatures.
with signatures of cast, crew, location, everything. And so Seth went and did that. Kenny and I stayed and finished editing. Jamison is sending us stuff, like last minute
As
tweaks
we're
and
editing,
stuff.
yeah.
Tweaks, edits, my paperwork that needed to be in.
Yeah.
It was...
And you just like named all of the
Yeah,
songs.
I was like, if they needed to know like names and like all this information, I was like, I just wrote this like 24 hours ago. Like, I don't know.
Because, I honestly, and that's something that I think is huge with our like group that I would say no one else does in the 48, like actually composing their own music within that 48 hours.
Yeah,
Like,
I'm not sure how many actually do.
that would be
it's an
really
upper
interesting to find out.
I would like to know.
I would really like to know. And I would like Brian Higgins, if you're listening. You're not, so that's okay.
I'll tag
I
him
would
in.
like, because they did. Is there best music?
They do best
Or-
music,
Yeah, best-
or
yeah.
best song.
best composed piece.
But it always goes to just like whoever got musical or whatnot. And it's like, there needs to be a best score or best soundtrack or
Right.
something.
I remember the
'cause-
winner of that. It was the guy playing the guitar, if I remember. And the song was called "I Admit It Was My Fault," which was the line that we had to have.
It was,
in the
well, and
show.
thers was like, it was like the music film.
Yeah.
Because he was like a drug addict. and-
Yeah.
Yeah.
Playing
So,
the guitar.
so it was good.
Yeah.
It was good. But just, anyways, I'm biased, obviously. But,
No.
so we're driving past 7. We got to be there at 7:30. And I think it was that time frame. It was like a half an hour to get
insane.
downtown.
Which
and
is
so,
typically 45 minutes away.
so I am flooring it. And luckily, no cops or frickin' just like eyes peeled the whole time. And we get downtown. I get green lights all the way up until the final, like, there were 2 lights left. I had to turn off of 4th South, and then I had to turn on to 3rd South. And that second to last one turned red, and there was no cars anywhere, like crossing the other way. And I just looked at Kenny and I was like, if a cop pulls us over, you run this in. And then I just turned left and just ran the red light.
Oh my god!
And then went to the next thing and literally just like gave Kenny the he had the like
The
thumb
hard
drive with it, and he went inside and we see Seth like on the sidewalk and like running to
Looking
catch
at-
up
with the paperwork.
with the
Yeah.
paperwork
That's
that
all
we needed.
required.
That was the worst. Oh man.
And literally like I parked the car really quick and ran in, and Brian's face was just like a little close, huh?
Cutting it close.
And so yeah,
Barely made it.
literally like within
gosh.
minutes we would have been late. And
Man,
so
all of our
much
40.
stress.
I mean, this will only be our third 48, but the story about Core, which is a film we did last year, also has a very similar ending, as far as barely making it.
we don't learn from our mistakes.
We don't learn.
It's-
Maybe this time.
I mean, we will,
We will this time.
hopefully.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
No, it won't happen.
Maybe we will.
It better.
No,
we better.
we will.
No.
And that's something, I mean, no one cares, but I'm going to say it anyway. We are going to try and really like look at our films and like things that we should learn from, or
Agreed.
like what lessons we learned from each different film, and try
Yeah.
and keep that in mind during the 48.
Yeah.
But man, once that clock starts ticking, it's literally like,
Who cares?
yeah, it's just get it done. Go. And it's insanity. But like you said,
Yeah,
we got a good team.
we do.
I feel like I've been talking way too much this
Well,
episode.
we only have like 25 seconds left. So,
Oh, you
be
ruined it.
quiet.
Gosh, you ruined it.
Oh,
You're not
wait.
supposed to do that.
No, we can't be caught off
on
off
guard.
guard. Caught on.
Well, I am a guest
cauterize
to your
my guard.
podcast, and you did not like care to mention this to me.
Do you not listen to our podcast?
No.
Start over. Let's start over. Okay.
I'm not starting over.
Welcome to the
I filibuster. I
podcast.
filibuster till the end. 4 score.
Welcome.
In 5 seconds.
To the podcast.
You see, your timer's
my
not.
phone's
It's,
my phone's on silent.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Or is it? Well, everyone,
That's the show.
Jameson was
Oh my
here.
gosh.
You're a great guy.
Hey, thanks.
Love
man.
to work with you in
You're
the
a great
future.
guy. I don't care what Seth says about you. You're a great guy.
But you shut up.
Oh my god.
That's you.
Whoa, dude.
Love you guys.
Love
You're
you.
great.
Hey, bye.
Bye, guys.